guys, welcome back. Just want to show you, I did stop and go get a cup of coffee. My favorite mug, a gift from my daughter. It says home is where my mom is. Actually, I have a lot of favorite mugs. I also have a favorite teacup that my best friend just gave me for my birthday for this year, but that's has nothing to do with Pooh, which is why we're here. So this is the second part of the Pooh series on the Leisure Arts Pooh Buddies. I'm making the Pooh. We finished the ears, the nose, the muzzle, and now we're going to work on the first arm. All the usual disclaimers. I'm sorry because I know you heard them in the last video. This is not my pattern. I cannot give it to you. It's supposed to be free out there. Second disclaimer, I'm not an expert. This is my interpretation of the pattern. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Feel free to correct me below. Occasionally I misspeak. Pay attention to what my hands are doing if you're following along that way. And the general broad disclaimer, I don't claim to be perfect. So anyway, thank you for joining in. I hope you're making this Pooh. He is really cute when he's finished. And we're going to start on the first arm as soon as I unhook the camera and move it to a different tripod that kind of leans over me. So you guys are a lot of work. I'm joking. That's what I tell my kids. And they say yes, but you know you love us. So nobody takes me too seriously. After careful consideration, I decided I should probably move this coffee out of my way just in case, because I feel like it's tight quarters making sure my hands are under the camera. Oh, sorry. But one last swallow was necessary. Did you hear that? I just dropped the book. Okay, guys. Starting the arm one. Arm one has 30 rounds, and shockingly, so does arm two, but they are shaped slightly different on the last round. So again, we are working. I feel like my camera's sitting at an awkward. Try this. Is that better? I hope that's a little better. I think it is. Sorry about the wobble, but I want to make sure you can actually see what I'm doing. We are working in rounds, which I prefer on animals whenever possible because I don't like to have a lot of seams in them. It says to, in my pattern, stuff the arm firmly with polyester fiberfill as you work. Because I'm using worsted weight yarn and my arms are relatively big, I do not think I'm going to have to do that. If we hit a point where I think I have to, I will, stop and go get some fiberfill. I grew up calling it stuffing, but stop and go get some stuffing to put in it. So anyway, let's get started. This is all chains, single crochets, and I think maybe just one slip stitch or so been there, and a couple of decreases. So very, very basic stitches, the same ones we used for the ears and the muzzle. You can use markers. Again, as I said, I'm probably going to count for at least, the beginning rounds just don't have that many stitches, so I tend to count, and from there I'll decide as I go. There's one thing it's on the fly on this kind of stuff. That didn't sound quite right. I tend to do these kinds of things on the fly, changing as I go along. There we go. That sounds better. this is round 3, which ends with 20 stitches. And look, if you're new to crocheting, sometimes you can honestly save yourself a lot of grief if you will just stop and count, or either count as you go. It seems like it would take longer, but there's nothing worse than getting 4 or 5 rows in, 6 rows, 20 rows, and you realize your stitch count's off, and you either have to be able to adjust for it or pull out all that work. And it is heartbreaking sometimes to pull out work. That's why I didn't do it with the last Pooh. I was like, no, I am just not pulling all of that out. Okay, round 4. Okay, and this is the end of round 4. If you're following along, I am working, like I said, first arm. So that was 24 stitches. Now we're doing 27. Goodness, excuse me, it's time for fall allergies here. And we actually had our first really cool night. Last night, as a matter of fact. Okay, there's round 5. You see, my paw is large enough that I don't think I'm going to have to really worry that much about stuffing it as I go along. Now, round 6 through 12, we're actually going to single crochet in each one as we go around. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh God, what is 7 times 27, guys? 7 times 7 is 49 and 789 stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count to 100 and then I'm going to count to 89. I'll do this in front of the camera, but I will try to remember to kind of speed it up when I edit. If I don't and you want to fast forward, go for it. I don't mind. This is just straight single crochets. I feel like I should be playing you guys Jeopardy music or something. The TV show, not the group. This is a house of Zoom meetings right now, and I think my husband has a meeting going in the office because every now and then I'm hearing somebody's voice. Can tell I live in a bubble and kind of at home because prior to this pandemic, I didn't even know what a Zoom meeting was. So that was 40. Sorry about that, I moved too far from the camera. It's easy to forget I get in a rhythm and forget that I'm supposed to be in front of the camera doing this. Guys, I'm going to pause this. I'm on 72. I'm going to pause this and go ask him to turn that meeting down for just a minute, so I'll be right back. Let's see, we were on 72. Okay, there was my 100, so I need 89 more stitches. try dropping that yarn down in the floor and seeing if it works better for me. If it doesn't, I'll pick it back up. Okay, so that is my last stitch through. Gosh, sorry if I bumped the camera, but I gotta reach my book. Yep, and I bumped it anyway. Okay, so that was round 12, through round 12 of the first arm. On round 13, we have some decreases. So this is going to be shaping his, what I would call a paw. His hand, his paw, whatever term we want to use. So we're going to decrease twice, and these are single crochet decreases, which means, again, showed you in the last one, go through the neck, whoops, let me talk you through. Go through the next single crochet, pull up a loop and stop, go through the second single crochet, pull up a loop and stop, so you have 3 loops, wrap it, pull it tight. Again, they do recommend in this pattern that you make your decreases a little tighter than you normally would. I'm not finding I have to pull them extremely tight, but whatever. So there are 2 decreases, so that was the first one and the second one. Now there's single crochet in 11. 2 single crochet in the next one, and then single crochet into 11. I'm gonna wiggle, you guys, sorry. In an ideal world, I'd have a production group to do this for me, but I don't, so you have to deal with my amateur. Okay, so that's the end of round 13. Round 14 is 2 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and then 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Decrease. And 11. Okay, so that is the end of round 14. 15 through 22, we are single crocheting in each one round. I believe that's going to be 7 too, but 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That is 8. See, I forgot to count that 15. So 8 times 27. 8 times 7 is 56. Carry your 5. 16 and 5. Did I do that right before? Yes, I did. Okay, sorry. 27 times 8. 8 times 7 is 56. Carry my 5. So 216 stitches, because 8 times 2 is 16 plus 5. Yes, 216 stitches. Thank God I do not have to do Common Core math, because I would die. 216 stitches, so I'm going to do 100, 100, and then 16. And I'll try to remember to fast forward through this. If I don't, just nix it, fast forward as far as you need to. Or if you're working along, take your time and work on it. So 216. That was called Indian style, but I know that's no longer whatever. I guess cross leg. Okay, and that was 116. See, this is growing pretty big. There's my hand, and so that was the end of round 22. Now round 23 appears to me that at this round we're kind of going to be putting a little bit of a shaping for the equivalent of an elbow. So single crochet in next 2, decrease twice, which again is the 3 loops through 2 stitches. So go through one, pull it, stop, go through the next one, pull it, stop. You've got 3, work them off. So that was twice. Single crochet in next 11. Two single crochet in the next single crochet. And then single crochet in the last, whoa, I didn't finish that stitch, in the last 9. Okay, so that is the end of round 23. Round 24 is kind of just an increase of the decreases we did, I think. So single crochet in the next 2, 2 single crochet in each of next 2. So got that. Single crochet in 11. Sorry, I didn't mean to pull it out of the camera's line of sight. Okay, so there's the 11. Now decrease, and then single crochet in 9. Okay, so that is the end of round 24. Now for 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29, we're going to single crochet around. So that's 5 rounds at 27. 5 times 7 is 30, so that's 130 stitches for me. So I'm just going to go for it. What the heck. this is 35. Okay guys, at this point I'm going to stop for a second and just talk. That's the end of round 29. Now the only difference between the first arm and the second arm is how round 30 is worked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work round 30 on the first arm on this, and then I'm going to pull it out and show you round 30 on the second arm. I will actually make my second arm off camera and probably just show you both of them when I go on to the leg section, but there's no reason for you to have to just sit and watch me repeat. Whoops, sorry about shaking the camera. Repeat that again. So for the first arm, in fact, let me get a marker so that I'll know where my starting point is. And I can just pull it back out to there to show you what it would be on the second arm as well. Again, I'm just using a piece of contrasting yarn, but you know, you can use the cute little markers, whatever works for you. I just always have yarn around. Okay, so for arm 1, the first arm, round 30, we're going to single crochet in 10. And now at this point they're telling us we would place a marker. I'm not actually going to do that. And then we single crochet in the next 17 all the way back around to our marker, and we use a slip stitch and finish it off. You leave the round marker that they had us place in there for the first arm. That's all you do. So that's it for round 30 of the first arm. Now ignore this pulling out. If you're finishing, you would have finished yours off. I'm going back. Now for round 30, if I had worked the second arm, which I will do off camera, my battery's starting to get low, we would single crochet in 12. Put a marker and then single crochet around and finish it off. So that's the only difference in the two arms, is that last round 30. And since you guys have your patterns, you can just follow it along very easily. So I'm going to take this marker out and I'm going to finish this round 30 for my arm 1. So that was 1. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm supposed to put a marker around the last single crochet made. I prefer to pop them right in the top of the single crochet and just do a quick easy knot, and definitely I always knot it because you know, I won't be making the whole bear at once, and I don't want to lay it down and the string get pulled out and have to figure out where I was. Ooh, I just banged the camera with a hook. Sorry about that, guys. Now single crochet in the next 17. And joining it with a slip stitch to finish it off because I prefer. I'm going to leave a long enough tail to be able to, daggone, guys. There we go. To sew it with. Now, I have a recommendation at this point. You either need to use different colored markers, put a note on your pattern in pencil what color you use for arm 1, or what I like to do is I just take a safety pin and a little scrap of paper. I write arm 1 on it and pin it right to it so I know that I've got it. I forgot it was time for the train to go through. But anyway, I am a kind of a train lover, so I actually usually go out and watch it go past, but didn't do it today. So this is the first arm. I'm going to finish the second arm off camera. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for working with me. And I do hope that you'll come back. And the next section of video is going to be the legs. And we'll do the first leg and the second leg. And then we kind of get into the fun stuff, which will be the body. So I'll be back with another segment, section, whatever term you want to use, showing the legs on this. So guys, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please do all the usual down below, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I will be back with the next part, so I hope you come back and watch that, and I'll see you later. Bye guys. Hey guys, I am back. You can see I had to find a cardigan. It's getting chilly. Arms 1 and 2 are finished, and as I said, I do label them because it's simply easier for me.